نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي رب زدني علما اللهم فقهنا في الدين آمين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. How are you, Javeria? Okay,
Alhamdulillah.
alhamdulillah. Okay, so today we are going to start the topic from spreading grace. Inshallah, you were there in the last meeting, right?
No.
No? Okay. So we were doing, actually, you were reading one or two paragraphs and then explaining it to me. And then, or maybe I'll ask some questions for you as well. So you can skim the paragraph, read the first two paragraphs, skim it, understand it, and explain it to me. So in this way, you will learn more, inshallah. Can you read, Javeria, or are you reading?
Well, do you want me to read the paragraph or give my summary?
You give your summary. I don't want you to read. You can read everything.
Oh, okay. So the summary of this paragraph is that the young believers have abandoned like all of their wants, and they've come to this cave because they believe in Allah, and they begin to like sense how merciful Allah is, and how He's changing like the outlook of their life.
Yeah, because they prefer the faith and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala over the worldly things. So they were comfortable and they were happy in a cave rather than staying in their house. Yeah. So barakallahu fiki, alhamdulillah. Tahrim, you read this two paragraphs and tell me the summary of this. So can you tell me?
Those people who value their concepts with like a regard to life do not like happiness in life does not matter.
No, explain properly.
When like the heart is full of faith, it sees a different world where like it sees God's reassurance and genuine happiness.
So which things are filled in our hearts? Is it Allah's love or is it your worldly stuff things? If you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, no, one overpower the other one. 99.1. So you cannot say that I can have the world love and Allah's love together. Definitely there will be one thing which will overcome the other one. So it's better to have the Allah's love so that you will have the peace in your heart. Okay, alhamdulillah. So the next part of the story is now. So Muhammad, can you say that? Next two paragraphs. No, it's a story like how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protected those kids. So
when the sun was rising, Allah made the sun like so the sun doesn't shine on the cave, so the people won't come there and go in their cave, and it next one. And then in verse 17 it said that was one of Allah's signs that He was protecting the people in the cave, and He was listening to their prayers before when they went into the cave.
And they were remained in their position alive but motionless. So
109 years or something.
Yeah, almost. So barakallahu feek. Okay, Zaveria, now it's your turn. Complete this topic.
This paragraph talks about how people, like certain people, receive God's guidance and some are left. And this is because if a person looks at Allah's signs and accepts what they show, then they are like given the right path, and people who turn their back on them are left in error and are not guided. And the paragraph after that, it shows like the same point, how they're alive but motionless, and the way that Allah, like, it's like a miracle almost, how it looks like they're asleep, so anyone coming will see, oh, there's people there and there's a guard dog, so they like go away, but in truth they're all like sleeping until Allah chooses to awaken them.
Barakallahu feek. Okay, I have one more question, Javeria, and you too as well. Do you like this way or the way we did before, when I was only speaking and explaining, or you learned before or you learn now more? Now, okay. What about
yeah, I think I like now better. It's a little, I feel like I wish I had more time to like skim over it, but I think I get the general idea. It's hard to put it into words, but I understand it.
Yeah, that's good, because the first time I explained everything because I want you to familiar with everything. So now I just started this thing so that you will also interact with me, and you will use your own brain to explain it. So it will be remain yourself. It will be with you for a long time, inshallah. Okay. Barakallahu fikum, inshallah. Okay, Tahil, next. The sleepers awake. Suddenly, things changed totally. Now, the sleepers of the cave are awake. So, these are the translation of the verses. So, you can use the next two paragraphs.
They are very surprised when they wake up. They rub their eyes and ask each other what happened. They take turns asking each other how long they were asleep. And normally, like a normal person, they think they only slept for a few hours. But then they realize that the remainder length of their sleep is no consequence. They turn to something more practical. They're hungry and they have some money left, which they carried with them. Like the most natural thing is to go to the city and go get food.
Okay, good job. So, okay, now it's Muhammad's turn. So, I'm also liking it, like how you guys are explaining it to me. I'm enjoying this time. Okay.
The sleepers of the cave, when they woke up, they're in an unusual position and they have to be extra careful.
Why?
Because they went away in the cave because the other people in the city did not want them to be change their faith, so they had to they had to be careful that the people didn't find out that they were them and they're hiding.
Okay.
And where they were hiding. They worshipped Allah with no partners. And I think if they're saying if they were found, they were sure to be killed or at least tortured until they said until the believers said that until the believers said that they're not Muslims anymore and they changed their faith. Can I read the verse 19 to 20 or something? Or should I just explain it?
Yeah, you can read it or you can explain it. Whatever you like.
He puts great care. About the fate in which attain to any good. I think what they're saying is behave and take great care and don't let anyone take means of who they are, and if they come to know, they might stone you to death or by force, and back to their old faith, and they would never attain any good.
Okay. Yeah, because the faith is very, very important. You always prefer and give priority to your faith first. Protect your faith and iman. This is the biggest blessing, right? Because as you know, whatever is happening in the world, it's because they are doing opposite to the Islam. What is the teaching of Islam? They are doing opposite. So there is a lots of mess and everything because the Islam means peace, and the best of the Islam is from whose hand and tongue is safe, others will be safe from. So it's our duty to protect others from our hand and our tongue as well, inshallah. You can ask later. Okay, Javeria, next two paragraphs are for you.
So in the next paragraph, it talks about how we're given a whole panoramic view, I think that's how it says, of everything that's happening. And literally everything that the sleepers had experienced is gone. The people who were controlling and not letting them believe in Islam were gone, and like everything believes in Islam. And yet the story of the sleepers has been passed on generation to generation. But the sleepers have no idea this has happened. So when they go into the city, it's kind of like a big surprise.
And next paragraph.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. So it shows a time lapse between the two eras that they've lived in, and how when the sleepers go in, they see that everyone's believing in Islam, and they realize, oh, these are the people who went to the cave from the story.
Yeah, exactly. Barakallahu Feek, you explained very well. Okay, Tehri.
The sleepers of the cave, like, they were very surprised when they heard from their friend, like, what had happened. He assures them that the city, like, went through a big change since they left. And there was now a whole new society that they could not accept. And like the city that they once known was like totally different. The people they belonged to had been like gone for a long time, and the present people they were a marvel. They wouldn't. They wouldn't.
They
be
were
treated as an ordinary,
miracle.
they wouldn't be treated as ordinary human.
Yes.
They were totally unrelated to any of them there. They lost all their relatives and friends.
Okay, next.
They're orphans, I think.
No, they were not orphans.
No.
Okay, what about next paragraph? What is the final scene?
They're allowed to die.
When they die naturally, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made them die. Then what happened?
Standing outside the cave, disputing themselves and how to preserve their memory.
Don't just read it.
I know. How else do I say it? For future generations.
Okay. Okay.
My turn?
Yeah. Now it's Mohammed's turn. Actually, you guys are explaining well, and if you will not explain well, then I can ask you a questions or something. So
if you didn't do good, you're gonna ask a question.
no, if I want you to understand more, then I will ask more questions. So okay. What is the lesson here?
The Allah can resurrect people. The the people in the city felt the impact of the resurrection, and they found out that Allah promises resurrection after they die in the last hour.
Because the sleepers of the cave slept for 300 plus years, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made them awake, and then again Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made them die. So this is all the process which a human being cannot imagine in real life, because I cannot imagine a person who was like 300 years before there and he will be alive again. So that's why when you saw a miracle in front of your eyes, it gives a huge impact on the people of the society. Okay, next.
In this paragraph, they're talking about how to keep their memories alive, and the people are thinking of erecting a building for their memory, but it would not determine their fate of what they discovered, of who they discovered them. God knows their case best. Verse 21.
So this is very important hadith, and it could be in your question quiz as well. There's a hadith.
In the end, the people said, we must surely raise a house of worship in their memory, meaning they're gonna worship them after they die. They're gonna worship them for to keep their memory going on and on. So that was the people who followed it were Jews and Christians who erected the temple over the graves of like very pious people like saints.
And how Muslims are copying today?
Some Muslims today follow the actions of in clear defiance of what Prophet Muhammad taught them. And the Prophet once said, Allah curses the Jews or Christians who erect temples at the graves of their prophets, as saint, related by Ibn Kathir in his commentary on the Quran, meaning Allah curses the Jews and Christians who pray at temples underneath their very pious people or prophets.
Good. So this is a very important hadith as well, because there's a lots of people who goes to the mazar or the buildings or somewhere there's a pious persons are buried, and they pray to them, and they said okay, we just going to we are not asking, but if they're not asking, but other lots of others people are asking rather than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it's it's like doing shirk with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we have, may Allah protect us from the shirk, and may Allah keep us pure with his faith. Okay, Javeria. Next.
So there's been an ongoing dispute about how many people were in the cave from the story. But Allah says that you shouldn't argue about it because there's literally nothing to gain from it. Just like how in the cave the sleepers were arguing how much have we slept, but they said we'll gain nothing from it, so we should focus on something more practical. Just like how we should focus on the true lesson of the story and the merit, like the good signs that Allah gives us.
Complete this thing.
So all such disputes about their number is useless. And a sentence that I really like is, a Muslim should not pursue anything that he cannot establish through true knowledge.
Okay, and we should know that only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's knowledge is perfect, and no one is above it, and by fighting on okay who is right and who is wrong is useless. Even in our
scientists do that a lot.
Exactly. Even in our regular life, in a daily life, we can see that how many were in the car? 4, 5, or 6? Sometimes we just argue on those things which are useless.
Your grade?
No, grades are important. So grades are important. So a Muslim should not pursue anything that he cannot establish through true knowledge. So if you have true knowledge, then say it. If you don't have true knowledge, just keep your zip up your lips. Don't say. Yeah. Okay, Terry, next.
Could I do the next paragraph?
Yeah, on God's. Okay.
This one. Okay, and any action, like even a breath, is because of Allah, or Allah wants us to. Allah hides everything at the next moment until it happens. I don't know. Hiding the future.
Read it in summary.
Our eyes cannot see behind that curtain, like the curtain of our future. So a human being shall never say he is definitely doing something tomorrow unless he knows Allah's intentions.
He attaches his intentions to Allah, God's will. Okay, like whatever you are going to do, you put your trust on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that okay, I will do my homework tomorrow, inshallah. By inshallah saying, you are saying that okay, if Allah wills, I will do my homework. So whatever you are doing, attach your intention to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's will.
Wait, don't you no matter what have to do your homework?
Okay, so whenever you say something for future, always attach your attention to Allah's will. This is because tomorrow belongs to the realm that lies beyond the reach of humans' perception. As such, it is known only to God Hence, we do not make any assertion about it. Okay, next, Mohammed.
What does fatalistic mean? Fatalistic. Then I'm not saying that word. No thought to the future. Giving no thought. I think this it means that a person should not just say inshallah so and so will happen tomorrow. They should plan in the future and make plans. The human should not live in present moments. Like present moment and plan for his future and look in his past. I think
he should not live for present moment, cutting himself off from the past and future. It means that don't say, okay, I'm just spending all my money today. Today is everything, tomorrow is nothing, and the past I don't care about it. No, learn the lesson from past, plan for your future, and then spend your present. Okay. That's the meaning.
That's the whole paragraph. Okay. Every person should think and plan for what they wish for, but they should always rely on Allah's help and His guidance and say inshallah. They should realize they only have
faculties of thinking. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you all the sources, your eyes, your ear, your brain, right? Your power of thinking. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given everything. Like if you have to go to school, then you have a car, okay? And you think, okay, if Allah will, then I will reach to the school. It's not like that. You have to wake up in the morning, you have to get ready, and you have to get in the car, and then one of the parent has to drive to the school, right? So that's how your planning works. But if Allah doesn't want you to go to school, it might be like
He might make you sick.
Yeah, it might be like you, or it might be off from your school, right?
Or they just might give you no reason break.
Anything. So it all depends, but you have to do effort first, and then first you have to plan, and then you have to trust on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So your planning is first thing, and then praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then trusting whatever will be the result is on Allah, inshallah. Okay, Javeria. Next, inshallah, then from these two paragraphs we will conclude. Yeah.
So this is like the summary of everything we just discussed. It's talking about how we submit to Allah's will. So we shouldn't be like really proud of ourselves when we achieve something, like really arrogant about it, or neither should be really depressed when we fail, because in all situations, it really depends on Allah's will. And we should always, like, if we succeed, we should express gratitude. And if we fail, we should say, okay, we can try better next time.
And there's a prayer as well. Like, I pray that my Lord will guide me even closer than this to what is right. So this is a short prayer, indicates that it is not easy to always turn to God in all affairs, because sometimes we forget, sometimes shaitan make us forget, sometimes we are so busy, right, in everything. So it's very difficult for us. But if we make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then it will be easier. Allah will make it easier for us. Hence, prayer to try always to maintain it and improve on one's situation. So always make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may Allah give us the guidance to the right path. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the love of the faith, so that we will love our faith and we will be proud of it. And there's a hadith about it. If a believer's condition is very strange. How? Because a believer, when he gets something good in his life, like he got the blessings, he show gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and he get rewarded for that. And sometimes when something befall on him, like something is snatched away or something is gone or something bad happened to in his life, what happened? He stayed patient. Yeah, he stayed patient, and then even he got reward. So whether it's a good conditions or whether it's bad condition, if you are a true believer, your faith is strong, then you will be successful and you will be rewarded. And that's the complete combination of a true believer. The sleepers of the cave was scared from the people of the community, and they ran away from them, but they hope as well on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah will protect them. So whenever the two conditions will combine, your faith will increase, like your love to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and your fear to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is increases, your faith will increase as well, because it's in between. So let's make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah protect all of you. May Allah give success all of you. So and may Allah make you sadqa jariyah for your parents. May Allah make all of you the coolness of the eyes of your parents, and stay happy everyone, and you all are awesome, mashallah. Jazakallah khairan kaseera, barakallahu feekum. Inshallah, we will have our next class on Monday. Monday. So now Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you can have a break. Barakallahu feekum. Inshallah, we'll start from long was their sleep. Okay. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.